Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about potentiometer. Potentiometer is used for the accurate measurement of potential differences, current and resistances. It consists of 10-meter long uniform wire of manganese stretched in parallel rows, each of 1 meter length on a wooden board. The two free ends A and B are brought to the same side and fixed to the copper strips with the binding screws. A meter scale is fixed parallel to the wire. The jockey is provided for making contact. Here, the end A is connected with the positive terminal of the battery. A steady current is maintained across the wire AB by this battery. The negative terminal of the battery is connected with the other end B as shown here. The battery and the potentiometer connected in series form the primary circuit. There are two connections at the end A. Already one connection is given to the positive terminal of the battery. Another one connection is given to the positive terminal of the primary cell. Here we have taken the Daniell cell. The negative terminal of the Daniell cell is connected with the galvanometer. Galvanometer is a device to measure the current. The other end of the galvanometer is connected with the connecting wire, that is jockey. This forms the secondary circuit. Let the contact be made at any point on the wire by jockey. When the jockey makes contact with the wire, there is a deflection in the galvanometer that shows there is a flow of current in the wire. At the particular point, there will be a null deflection in a galvanometer. At this point J, there is no deflection in a galvanometer. So note it down, that point J, that shows the null deflection in a galvanometer. Now we have to measure the length between the point A and the point J. If the potential difference across AJ is equal to the EMF of the cell E, then no current will flow through the galvanometer and it will show zero deflection. Actually, the wooden scale has two scales. In the upper scale, we can take reading from left side to right side. In the lower scale, we can take reading from right side to left side. As we have discussed already, the potentiometer has 10 wires. If the point J lies on the odd numbered wire, that means 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, means to measure the balancing length, we can make use of the upper scale. Likewise, if the point J lies on the any one of the even numbered wire, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, means you can make use of the lower scale. Let us imagine the point J lies on the third wire. Now you have to find the length between A and J, which is known as balancing length. Since the point J lies on the third wire, to find the balancing length, we can simply add the length of the first two wire. The length of the first wire is 100 centimeter. The second wire also has the same length, that is 100 centimeter. So total length will be 200 centimeter. To take a reading in a third wire, we can make use of the upper scale, because for odd number wire we have to use the upper scale only. Here in the third wire we have obtained the 8 centimeter. Already we have measured 200 centimeter. Now it is 8 centimeter. So total 208 centimeter. This is the balancing length of the given cell. Let the balancing length is L and small r is the resistance per unit length. Suppose the balancing length is equal to 1 centimeter, then the resistance will be 1 R. If the balancing length is 2 centimeter, the resistance will be 2 R. Then the resistance of the wire that has the balancing length L, that is equal to R into L. And the potential difference across AJ is equal to current into resistance according to Ohm's law. Here I is the current flowing through the wire. Already we have found the resistance in the balancing length, that is RL. So the potential difference is equal to I into RL, that is equal to IRL. As we have discussed already, at the balancing length, galvanometer shows the zero deflection. Then the potential difference across AJ is equal to EMF of the given cell. We have found the potential difference across AJ, that is equal to IRL. Now that value is equal to EMF of the given cell. So we can write capital E, that is equal to IRL. In this equation, I and R are constants. So the EMF of the cell is directly proportional to the balancing length. To compare the EMF of two cells using the potentiometer, we need the DP-DT switch, that is double pole double throw switch. It has 6 terminals. At the center we have the switch, which can be pressed upwards or downwards. If the switch moved upwards, the terminals M1 and N1 is connected in a circuit. Likewise, if the switch is moved downwards, the terminals M2 and N2 is connected in a circuit. Like the last circuit, there are two connections at the end A. One connection is given to the positive terminal of the battery, and the second connection is given to the terminal M in the DP-DT switch as shown here. The other terminal N is connected to the galvanometer as shown here. The other end of the galvanometer is connected to the connecting wire, that is jockey. Here the terminals M1 and N1 is connected with the Lagrange cell whose EMF is E1. The other terminals M2 and N2 is connected with the Daniell cell whose EMF is E2. Now the DP-DT switch is pressed towards the terminals M1 and N1, which is connected with the Lagrange cell. Now the Lagrange cell is connected with the potentiometer. To get the balancing length of the Lagrange cell, the jockey is kept on the potentiometer wire. Up to third wire, there is a full deflection in a galvanometer. On the fourth wire, deflection is reduces. So at the particular point J, there is a zero deflection in a galvanometer. The point J is obtained on the fourth wire. So as usually we have to measure the length between A and J, that will gives you the balancing length of the Lagrange cell, which is taken as L1. Now the DP-DT switch is pressed towards M2 and N2, which is connected with the Daniell cell. Now the Daniell cell is connected with the potentiometer. To find the balancing length of the Daniell cell, the jockey is kept on the potentiometer wire. In this case, on the third wire itself, deflection is reduces, so you can get the zero deflection in the third wire itself. At the particular point only you can get the zero deflection. In this point J, you can observe the zero deflection in a galvanometer. Remember, in this case, at the third wire itself you can get the deflection. As usually, you have to measure the length between A and J. Now it is a balancing length of the Daniell cell, that is L2. If the resistance per unit length of the potentiometer is R and the current through the wire is I, then the EMF of the first cell, that is Leclanche cell, is given by E1, that is equal to IR L1, and the EMF of the second cell, that is Daniell cell, is given by E2, that is equal to IR L2, whereas L1 and L2 are balancing lengths of the two cells. By dividing the first equation by the second equation, we can compare the EMFs of the two cells. By including a rheostat in the primary circuit, the experiment can be repeated several times by changing the current flowing through it.